If you got a breastplate, if you are walking in righteousness, and you got on your breastplate, and you are not walking in anger, then you will pray effectually, fervently. The moment I start, I could be angry about something, but the moment I let anger become a part of me, right, and it takes over me and my mind, my breath, y'all notice your breastplate drops off, and that's when all sorts of sin starts to flow out of your life. I want salvation to flow out of me. Forget I want to do cards. When I want to do cards for women, I can't do them. I have to pray and turn over. If I'm in anger, I have to pray and turn over everything to God, because I can't hear. When I'm writing cards out for women, I can't hear what Holy Spirit wants me to say. Have anger, but don't let anger have its way. Come on, we love each other. We're going to get angry sometimes, but I love you enough to not let anger kill this. I love you enough to not let anger kill you for me. I love you enough to not let anger destroy my art, destroy my ministry, destroy my poetry. I love you enough, because I blessed Miss D with a poem the other day. I love her enough to not let anger, because I can't produce anything that's righteous. It says, be ye holy, for I'm holy. But the first step to holiness is at least righteousness. We start out, and our righteousness is nothing but a filthy menstrual rag. Check the Hebrew. They were very descriptive. So if our righteousness is a filthy menstrual rag, how do I get to the level where it's where God is saying, be ye holy, for I am holy? In everything, give thanks. As I thanked God this morning, God gave me instruction easy. He said, Jamie, sit still. Do you trust me to do it? Then sit still. There's no heart problem, right? There's no, because the enemy's trying to get me. I'm dealing with physical problems with my heart, but also emotional problems with my heart, but also natural problems with my heart. I mean, a uterus thing, come on. I'm going to get tested for the heart today so that we can close that book for now. Close it in that we have found everything that's going on with the heart now, and then we come back and test it next year. Getting tested for my heart every year is just not cool. But as soon as we close one chapter, how many know the enemy wants to open up another one? He always wants a part of your life. Why? Because you are so valuable. Do we want a part of people that worship in Satan? No, he already got them. He wants you. He wants to recruit. He wants to sit in the middle. He wants to sit in the middle of their satanic praise. He don't care. He knows satanic praise amounts to nothing. He wants to recruit Christians, because we are so staunchly for God that we don't even have to say we are against Satan. I used to get that. Satan, I bind you. Satan, I bind you. You don't have to do that. The more you work for God, enemy is attacking me now more than he ever has. Why? He's attacking me now more than he ever has. Why? Because of the fact that I'm focused on sharing Jesus Christ every day. I'm focused on that. That's a focus. The only one that knows that is my pastor. It's a focus. So there are souls walking around out there. So it's like they're just walking around. They're disconnected, and they're connected to the matrix and disconnected at the same time. They're connected to the actual matrix. It's sort of like a computer system. If you think about it, they're sort of connected. If you think about the movie, they're connected to the matrix, but they're disconnected from God. So they don't feel anything. You unplug them. You turn on their essence, right? You unplug them, let them see God. Remember every time they would wake Trinity up or wake Neo up, and the sound would be, it'd be like a breath of fresh air, right? They'll be in the matrix. They'll go in the matrix and they just plug them in. When they unplug them, they'll say, the sound is always the sound of unplugging, of air, of breathing, of this is my essence, of this is my story, my real story, right? I'm about to walk into my real story. These people are walking around out here and they don't know that they have a story outside of their pain. And so what does the enemy do to make them think that God doesn't love them? He throws storms at them. And the problem is they are not even well enough to actually figure out which boat to get on. They don't know which boat to get on. There's 3 boats, right? 3 Peters, 3 boats, 3 Jesus. They don't know where to find a Savior. Which boat is he on? And we can't direct them. Why? Because I named the blog that I did yesterday, Walking in Falling. Selah. We are walking in falling, walking into falling, walking in falling, walking about to fall. For I still stipulate that the Bible says, walk in the Spirit, and you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. It's one or the other. If you are walking in the Spirit, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. If you're not walking in the Spirit, you will fulfill the lust of the flesh. So when something happens to me and I get angry, my breastplate falls off. I'm no longer walking in the Spirit. So I will do something angry. I'm already angry. So I'm thinking bad things about the person I'm angry about. No matter what it is, once you get angry and you walk in anger, you are fulfilling the lust of the flesh. It's one or the other. It's body, soul, spirit. But I walk in the Spirit, or I'm walking in the soulless realm or the body. Those two things pretty much go together. When you're walking in, because my soul is given over to Jesus, He saves it, right? But now I'll take it and start walking around in it. Once I give my soul over to Jesus, He says, okay, I got a better place for you to walk. Walk in the Spirit. I got a better place for you to talk in the Spirit. I got a better place for you to move in the Spirit. I got a better place for you to pray in the Spirit. I got a better place for you to sing in the Spirit. I got a better place for you to think in the Spirit. I got a better place for you to do in the Spirit, right? Let everything that you do be done in the Spirit. If I get angry, I'm making a choice. I make a choice. I don't care who it is. It's people I love more than anything. So when I get angry at them, I'm angry. I don't stay that way. Because I need to be able to pray for them. How would you feel if you were angry at them for something that they did and you heard, they fell down the stairs or something? Oh no. And I was at one time, I couldn't pray for them. I couldn't cover them. I couldn't pray properly for them. Why? Because I was angry. But I heard you, Jamie, on the prayer call. You prayed for them. Yes, but you heard me verbally pray for them, but my heart wasn't in it. I was angry. We're going to get angry because we love people. And that's my contention. The more you love them, the angrier you get. When you get mad, you are just fire. There is fire, fire. Wonder work is fire. When I'm angry, it's true. It's true. I'm bugging y'all. The more I love you, I'm just like that. That's why it's hard for me to actually make relationships, because the more I love people, the madder I get when something happens. And it's those people that love me, they know that it's only because I love them more than the population of the earth. And I think about these 2 people, I love them more than Joseph and James don't know if I'm alive or dead. I could be dead. These people know. It's like you don't want to disappoint them. You want to please them. It's just something go wrong. I'm like, I start hulking. I'm hulking. But even if I hulk, don't do anything. Don't act. Right? Hulk. Let the buttons pop off. Poo, 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 poo. No, the green monster, the Hulk. I'm telling you on his knee. That normal guy, he walk around. He walk around. Kind of hear. Don't tell nobody. I hear a theme song in my head when I walk around. If you see me walking around and it look like I'm just walking, Don't let the smooth taste fool you. I have a theme song playing in my head. Always. Ever since I was young. Always had a theme song. It changes. Like I got different theme song now. But I got a theme song. It's my theme song. It's Jamie's new groove. Right? The Emperor's new groove, Jamie's new groove. That you throw off my groove, you throw off my theme song. But don't get it twisted. I got a theme song playing in my head. It kind of sounds like that most times. What you thinking, Jamie? People have asked me that because they look at me and they're like, okay, what are you thinking? Because my eyes are big, so you can see my eyes. They go back and forth, back and forth, back. So you think that I'm thinking something real fast. I'm making calculations. No, I'm not. I hear do. I have a hook, and it plays over and over in my head. Do. With that inflection sometimes, with that key. I'm not thinking anything. Because I find if I think, I am in my mind. If I find that what are you doing, Jamie? I'm feeling. No. How you feel? Yes, we could talk about it, right? How you feel? I'm angry at you. How do you feel? I'm mad at you. How you feel? I'm so happy with you. Yes, we can talk about it, right? But we do not walk in it. If I walk in my anger, I'm telling you, every time when I have done it, I walk down the street and I'm just looking at people like they so ugly. I don't like their face. Ew. God, you can draw a better face for that person. It's nasty. I don't like it. What kind of thoughts are those? Very quickly, my feeling will go for my thoughts. I feel angry, so I'm thinking you ugly. Then where do we go? I will do something about it. Let me help you with your face. And helpers never help when you're angry. But your answer should be, excuse me, I had a rough morning. The kids was not eating oatmeal right. They was throwing oatmeal in my face. So it was hot. It was hot oatmeal. So I'm just going, I'm just, I'm put on my breastplate. Excuse me, give me a moment to put on my breastplate. What that tells me is there's a breastplate to, when I teach 10 through 16, I can dress myself in righteousness. When I don't feel righteous, when I feel angry, I can dress myself in righteousness. The enemy can't do that, but I could dress, address, and undress myself, right? Because when I'm upset and I walk in my anger, I undress myself from the righteousness. So when I'm inside of who God made me and I'm not walking in anger, I dress myself and I address the issue of righteousness. And God works and walks himself out in me. But the moment, right, when you are walking in the Spirit, you are walking on the way, right? The moment, here's another picture, the moment you start walking in the Spirit, you realize you end up on the side of the way? You slip onto the wayside. Somebody say, what happened? I didn't mean to sin. I slipped and I fell. No, you were walking in the Spirit. You slipped into the soul's realm, and then you fell in the physical because you did not gird yourself up. You did not put your breastplate on. And so the first thing you must do is put your breastplate on, and then put on your belt of truth. Put your righteousness on, and put on a belt of truth to lock it in, so that way the enemy cannot come and have you hearing anything, right? That's not righteous. So you will take that belt off, right? What I try to do, even if I'm angry and I'm not hearing the truth about something, I tell myself, no, they did not mean that. I tell myself, no, they still love you. I tell myself, no. What if that's just a coincidence? What if this happened at a bad time, Jamie? It just looks like that's what's going on. But that didn't happen. I can still be mad and do that. I know I do it all the time. It takes me a little longer to get to it when I'm really mad, but yes, I will defend you to me. I become your biggest offender to me. Always. If I have somebody that does something to me, that's what most people wonder why I do not say anything when people do things to me. I don't need to. And I can't. Because Jesus is the advocate. So I got to advocate with Jesus for them, to me. I got to tell myself, Jamie, pray for them anyway. They didn't mean that. Jamie did the love on them. They love on you all the time. Jamie, you're supposed to be having on your pea shoes. Put their pea shoes on for them. Shine them up. It's hard because I'm going through this now. Love on people, right? The moment, right, I stop walking in the Spirit, I start slipping and sliding all over the place. Ooh, I can't keep my feet. Ooh, you start slipping and sliding into and out of everything. I went over to say hi and bam, I ended up in the bed with him. You slipped into the soul's realm because he looked at you when you was thinking, you was feeling, oh, well, I feel so good, and I'm thinking he is so hot. So I'm going to do now. I will sleep with him. You wake up the next morning, Pastor, I fell. Oh, I'm in the physical realm now. I'm not in spirit. I'm not soulless. I'm Come on, I'm in the flesh. That's how you fall to the lust of the flesh. God told me that day, he said, Jamie, anger generally leads to that a lot. That's why you hear people say, angry, S-E-X, is finish the sentence. I've never had sex, but God told me yesterday that's why they say that. Because it is. They slip, and then bam, they fall. You know you're not supposed to do that angry. Pray before you do that. God said when you do that, that's a picture of you communing, having communion with each other and communing with him. And if he's watching and you're having it angry, is he a part of anger? Sick Canoe said no. I'm sorry. Excuse me, what you said, Sick Canoe? Sick Canoe just said no. We ain't slipping and falling into and out of nothing. No, when we do things, we do be ye holy, for I'm holy, right? And we do things in righteousness. What if, right? This great grand experience that you're having is to teach you, number one, to respect those that have rule over you and love them no matter what. That's my lesson. If there's any other lesson past that, any other lesson past that it will be a part of that lesson. To love them better, love them better, love them better, love them better, 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 better. I was on fire. But how much can you stay on fire, right? I was on fire because of myself. Because yes, I was angry at them, but I was angry because of the whole situation. It's not all anger at them. I'm angry at myself too. I'm 95% angry at myself for getting angry at them. But I want to love them better. Forget the anger. I'm dropping the anger because the moment I drop the anger, the breastplate just is magnetic. Bing, 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 and it connects to me. Because I'm up here talking about better, better, better. I want to love them better, better, better. Love, 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 better, 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 better. I got friends that I've walked away from because I was scared because we had an argument. You don't walk away from somebody because of an argument. You stay. And if you can't stay, you were never meant to be in a relationship. Love them better, 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 better. Maybe God's teaching me through them how to love others better, 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 not bitter, 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 Naomi, bitter, 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 Naomi, no. She said, call me Mara. Your name ain't Mara. It's Naomi. Stop being bitter. Love them better. Better, 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 better. Y'all spend so much time at them because y'all not veteran. Y'all at them because y'all not veteran. Love them better, 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 better. That was better. What's wrong with that? No matter what, I'm always going to endeavor, even when I get mad. These two people, I'm always going to endeavor to love them better. I'm mad. But they get better. They deserve better. They deserve better. At the end of the day, they deserve better. At the end of the day, you deserve better. At the end of the day, my pastors, all of them, David Lewis, deserves better. He knows it. Pastor Tim deserves better. Pastor Didion deserves better. Pastor Trent deserves better. But those two right there, they get better. That's it. But I have nothing left to give. I give better. And you ought to give better. Because Jesus gave better. Walk in the Spirit. I think that's the key to all of my. I said, God, I cannot master a relationship. Not one. Yes, you can. There are people out there that are literally ripping me apart. I said, I can't master one relationship. Yes, you can. Walk in the Spirit, and you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. He's not asking me to do anything but love them. That's it. And love don't mean leave. They had 3 boats. 3! The first boat had Jesus and Peter on it, right? He said, launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a catch. Let down your nets for a catch. For Peter, thinking he knew it all right because he said, Lord, we already been out there, but on your word, I will go out there again, right? So he went out there, he said, I know better. He let down a net. And because he let down a net, the net began to break. The net break. It is just odd because they did not put a preposition in the middle of it. So we say the net began to break, the net started breaking, but that's not what they said. If you read it, I don't have it open right now, but if you read it, it said the net break. Could it be, right, that I'm not walking in the Spirit, right? So before I even engage in a relationship with anybody, I engage to and delve into a Christian relationship with anybody, that the net begins to break? Could it be that I want to reach people and I want to be in ministry, but because I will not, right, I do not prepare myself, I do not listen to the Holy Spirit, my net break, right? He said, let down your nets for a catch. No matter what, you need support. You need people in the church. You need support. That's the nets. Jesus said, let down your net. And he's telling the church, Peter, let down your net. And what did Peter do? I know it all, so he let down a net. What happens? People are lost. Fish are lost. When I let down a net, fish are lost. Better. I get too much right now about the situation. So I'm just going to keep saying better until I convince my heart that I'm going to love them. Those two people, I'm going to love them better. This, whatever this is, shows me that I'm going to love them better. And no matter what the result is, right, I'm going to love them better. Meaning, I don't go to you and come to you and say, hey, this is what I want. I want to talk right now. Or, hey, this is what I want. I want to fix this right now. That's not a relationship. That's not how you relate to people, right? Because I may be feeling a certain way, right? But I don't know how they feel. And they may not want to fix it. And they may not want to talk about it. And that's okay too. We got to trust God. That's the thing. That's why we do not walk in the Spirit, because we don't walk in the Spirit and trust God with our relationship, because of the fact that when Jesus said let down, it's shown. He said let down your net. Peter let down a net because he thought he knew it all. In the church, when we think we know it all, we end up what? Losing fish. You lost me. How? You didn't let down nets. How do you know he lost fish? Because the Bible said the net break. So what happened with the fish? They started swimming out. But if I love you, right, even if I don't want to be stretched in the Spirit, I don't want to depend on any other nets. I don't want to do it. But if I love you, I will let down my nets. Now when I read this, every time I read this, even though it did not make sense to me, I thought to myself, because the nets break. And I said, wait, Peter is a fisherman, so he knows how to handle these things. But here's the thing. He did not believe there were that many fish out there. I thought that there were many nets on Peter's boat. There were not many nets on Peter's boat. There couldn't have been. Because when the nets started to break, then Peter said, James, John, come over here, bring your nets. And then they had to come and launch out into the deep too. The church has a James and a John. The church has a tell the truth in love, right? The church has a James and a John, but they have to learn how to lean on them. Those are their nets. When he says let down your nets, he said launch out into the deep and let down your nets. Which tells me that Peter, James, and John, and Andrew all worked together. Because he had launched down into the deep, and he said, hey, James and John, hurry up, bring your nets. And so they then had nets to be let down, right? But you let me down, right? You let me fall. You let me slip and fall off the way. You let me swim out of the break in the net. You let me down, right? He said, let down your nets for a catch. But you let me down when you do not follow what the master says, right? Because of the fact that Peter did not believe, because he said, we already did this, Lord, but at your word, we're going to go out there and do it again. But it was half-hearted. You cannot do anything half-hearted, because that's like not doing it at all. Because no matter what, there was still fish that got away. And who knows if that fish that got away through the break in Peter's net, because he tried to catch all fish himself. He put his net down, but did not pay attention to what Jesus said. We said, let down nets, right? So it started to break. So who knows if that one fish that got away was the point to the master saying it. Church, who knows if you were supposed to really, really, really catch Rihanna, catch Jamira, right? Catch Miss Melanie. Catch Victoria, right? Catch Pastor Tim Harvey, right? Who knows if you were meant to catch me and I swam away because carelessly, when Jesus said, let down your nets so that you can relate to me, you made it about you. I'm just going to let down one net. If Jesus tells you to do something, it's never about you. That's why I try to take myself out of everything I'm thinking of immediately. Just immediately. Effective immediately, I'm out of it. So I can see it objectively. I try to see it with me involved. However, I take myself out of it. Out of the benefit of it. I want the body to benefit from it. But when I'm doing something, I take myself out of the benefit. If I do a painting called Watering Can, how would they view it? I take me out. I put God in. God first, right? Don't let me down. Don't let me down. He said, let down your net for a catch. But don't let me down and let me swim out. Catch me and hold me. Catch me and change me. Catch me and check me when I need to be checked. Catch me. Hold on to me. Catch me. Am I worth it?